Welcome to this episode of Vote Like a Texan. I'm excited to be sitting down with Lisa Nieto in Kendall County. She's a candidate for Kendall County Republican Precinct 4050. And that's a role that's relatively new to me, but I'm excited to sit down with Lisa, understand that role, and understand why she's running. So, Lisa, thanks for spending time with us today.
Thank you, Justin, for having me, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to
So,
explain why I'm running.
so you're in Kendall County and Precinct 4050. This is a specific to the Republican Party in Kendall County.
Correct.
And then the precincts in Kendall County, how many precincts are there in Kendall County?
Four precincts, and each precinct is so how a precinct chair works is that they're subdivided. So we're like little subdivisions within our precinct. And there's a precinct chair that is either appointed or elected. And when they're appointed, then they have to be on the ballot to be elected for a 2-year term. And that person is in charge of their subdivision, their neighborhood.
And when you say in charge of it, I think it really has to do with voter turnout, voter.
Correct. They're
uh,
the representative. So
Okay.
they're the middleman. They're the ones that speak for the voters. And so the voters, if they have questions, concerns, they address it to the precinct chair, and the precinct chair takes it to the party.
And how did you get involved in this role, and what's your background and purpose for taking on this role?
So I was appointed back in November, and I was asked first I was asked to fill the vacant seat and if I would be willing to serve. And then I was appointed. Of course I said yes because it's Comfort, my hometown, well, my home.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Sure, why not?" And I didn't know exactly what a precinct chair is because I've never even heard of a precinct chair myself. So I had to do a lot of homework during my 2 months right now that I am serving as the precinct chair, and figure out what my duties are and what I need to do. And there's quite a few laws that we have to abide by. So
And that really is the laws around how we vote and how you get on the ballot. And then we've seen a big shift, I think, through the last, let's call it 10 years of voting. There's been a lot of conversation about how voting works, electronic voting, ballots, and who can do what. But it's this role that you're talking about that represents any of that feedback. So if somebody has trouble voting, if somebody's struggling to find a polling location or needs accommodation, they would come through this office to make sure they're heard. Is that
that
correct?
that is correct. And I don't have an office.
Okay.
They will contact me personally. So it
Yeah.
would be a one-on-one. Like they would call me or email me, or I mean, pretty much everybody knows where I live. So they could come knock on my door and want information. Or if I see them, somewhere around town, they can stop me and ask me on where and how to vote.
Does Where would you drive somebody that's listening to this conversation? Where would you tell them to go on the website? Because I think the county has some election officials, and Stacy Decker in particular in Kendall County, and ensuring that we're doing all the right work. But where would you send somebody to find more information?
Well, I would send somebody first to our local websites, which is the Kendall County Election Department and also the Kendall County Republican Party website, because they have a lot of information too about the elections that are coming up and about candidates in our party. And then they can also call me and email me.
The grassroots and through the Republican Party here locally, they can find your contact information, or they can go to Kendall County election site and find your information there as well.
That's correct, because I'm listed on the Kendall County Republican Party website.
So you have a background in service that I want to touch on because you've served the comfort community in many ways. Where else have you served, and where else would people have seen your work?
So I serve on several boards. I serve including like the Comfort Area Foundation, Reese Across America, San Jose Cemetery. I'm also a parliamentarian of the Kendall County Republican Women's, and I also serve. I also serve now the 4050 chair. But however, something that's really dear to my heart that I serve is being a catechist for Sacred Heart Catholic Church, and I teach second graders for Sunday Bible school.
Well, Comfort is a small community, and it's great to see you involved in so much in Comfort. But it gives me the perspective that if there was an issue in elections, if there was a need, people are really comfortable coming to you, talking to you. They know you, and they know you're going to hear them out. And I think that's a testament to the way you've served locally for a long time.
Yes, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for them. I'm here for the voters. I am their connection to the party. And I don't want them to feel disconnected and not come to me. If they want information, if they have questions or concerns, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for them. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn because I'm learning this new job as well. And I'm here to serve them.
Well, and this election will be decided on March 3rd in the primaries. And Kendall County, Congressional District 21, all of these things are big, impactful primary elections that are happening. We have an exciting race in our Kendall County judge seat that will be decided on March 3rd. How are we working to get voters to turn out for primary voting?
You talk to them and you communicate, and I communication is the key to get voters and educate them on who is running and the elections that are coming up and how important it is to research their candidate because this candidate is going they have to research because this candidate is going to serve us for 4 years and which candidate is going to benefit the comfort community. And also, we can't forget about, not only comfort, we can't forget about Kendallia, Sisterdale, wearing welfare. Who is going to benefit us? That's the importance. And research. Don't go by social media, what is out there. Don't go by hearsay. You have to do your homework.
Well, and that's where I'm proud to do conversations like this because it does let voters understand one, the role, and then the person running for the role. And I want to go back and say, Kendall County has done a lot to make early voting really easy.
Yes,
And it does not take a lot of time. And it starts February 17th. And
that's
I want
correct.
to encourage people to come out and vote early so they can get it out of their way. But if they really want to make a decision in a county race, in this congressional district race that's getting a lot of attention, you can't wait till November to vote in a general election. You're going to
No,
have to turn out the vote in March for the primaries with early
exactly.
voting starting in February. And then there's going to be runoffs for a lot of these
Yes.
elections that'll happen in May. So to really have your voice heard in this election season, you're going to have to vote 3 times.
So think about the primaries being the ingredients. They're the ingredients that we put into the cake. And when the runoff comes, that's the cake that we choose.
And if you don't vote in the primary or the runoff, you're really getting the end result. You're not impacting
Exactly.
how we make that.
Mhm.
Comfort is going through a lot of conversations, and while we're together, I want to talk about the downtown district in Comfort and how that's a big conversation. I think with other things coming into the rural county region, I know we have a lot of conversation about the Patriot Academy. We have a lot of conversation about development in general in rural Kendall County. But you've been involved in comfort in that downtown district. Can you help us understand why that matters in this election season and why that's an important part of what we're deciding?
That is the heart of Comfort, our downtown district. And that we want tourists to come. We don't want a lot of the growth, but we want tourists to come and enjoy the shops and the restaurants and give give that to our local community and to share our town with others. And I feel that the downtown district is very important to us because that helps our locals, that helps our local businesses.
And to your earlier point, we have to think about those towns, Comfort, Kendallia, Welfare.
Mhm.
They are all looking for ways to grow their
Exactly.
businesses,
And we
but
can't
also
forget about them.
stewarding how do we develop the county appropriately. So I bring it up to just say whoever we put in these offices is really important because they have to be representative of those projects and representative of the community they're elected by. And in your role, in the role that you're going for, is an important one, just to make sure our voters understand their role in this process.
Right. And, you know, you want to find the right person to benefit your hometown. You really do. I'm a sixth generation of comfort, and my father's career took us to many different places to live. However, I came back home because this is my home. And I want the best for comfort. I want the best for the people. And I want them to know that I am here for them. And I don't have an agenda. I'm just here as their communicator. And yes, I'm here. Like I said, I'm the middleman. I'm here for them. So I'm here to whatever they have, I'll send back to the party. That's my job. My job is to serve them and everyone in the community.
Well, Lisa Nieto, it's been a pleasure to visit with you today. I've learned a lot about the role as the chairperson for Kendall County Precinct 4050. And I wish you the best of luck in the
Thank
elections
you.
coming up. And I applaud that you're putting yourself out on social media. It is hard,
It
especially in a
is
small
hard.
community, but it's important that we meet people where they are. And quite often today, it's on their phones.
Thank you so much, Justin. And thank you for making this comfortable for me. I thought I was going to pass out. Thank you.